Komon-Tok, in case you don't know. Oh yeah. When we pledge with love and loyalty to his sweet, sweet mamas alone. Now we all for come together as one. For tomorrow, now we go make alone. Anytime where you pay, anytime where you go, anything you they do, oh yeah, now we for turn up Tanga one, inside Sierra Leone, let one big family, cause no place like home. In case you don't know, this not Komon-Tok, where they bring information about Salon. In case you don't know, this now Komon-Tok, where they bring information about Salon. For education, entertainment, political affairs, tune in Komon-Tok. For education, entertainment, political affairs, tune in Komon-Tok.
We the talk and right, we the talk and clear from Sierra Leone to everywhere. Oh yeah. Komon-Tok, come make me hear. From the streets of Freetown to the world beyond, we dey yarn about the things we dey hold strong. Political talks, we know go shy. Migration stories should know go die. Entertainment, we go dance to the beat. Health and well-being, make we rise from we sit. It's not a platform, we go speak the truth for the young and the old. Now we voice we do. Komon-Tok, you go hear me loud. We no go hide, you go make me proud. From Salon to the world, we dey stand tall. Come here we are. Oh yeah, we message for. We make the choice from politics to health. We stand firm. Migration of us, we gon' fall. Komon-Tok, place to be.
Oh yes. Fambule, una welcome back to yet another very, very important segment with the Komon-Tok platform. Just like any other day, we're not done with Komon-Tok Day. You know that. Yes. Well, first, even before we start, I think the apology for come before. I know say yesterday a lot of people be the wait, and unfortunately we get serious technical issue behind the scene. We make the program we decide for postponement today, but we are here now. And guess what? I'm sure plenty people not only ask for this name. Plenty people that want for seeing at this platform. Plenty people that want for talk to her. Plenty people that want for listening to her. But that's always what I can say. That it's time for every purpose under the sun. Well, what we have to look at today, something where I go say that the soul of the nation. One can see actually what you will benefit from that kind of conversation here, and not just for can listen, but also for taker implementer. Today, we can confront bold question as soon as see from the player, one can understand what's in there beyond the constitutional rush. Is it genuine reform, where now the right of any country or reform constitution? Is it any kind of probably something there beyond where perhaps we don't understand? Well, certain topic, you have a good chance, you have a good opportunity to the people the way they say experts. Well, today, I think we are lucky because we get a household name. We already know her, you know. We already know her. But we will come into this, the big man at the building. In case you don't know, they talk about the one-time Attorney General. And guess what? The Attorney General be there also, the current Attorney General and also be there present this case. So you see I find for where, because they can't understand from the points there. And also now somebody who don't fight corruption, who don't lead corruption boss. You know, the crusade now the country, the ACC, you know that anyway. So There are things that where you be on the ask, we be on, you can't know someone maybe certain something that you don't ever hear there. Anyway, I don't want to talk past so. I just want to take a short break. But we can take on into this, the big man at the. If you're just joining for the first time, this now Komon-Tok platform. With a different sign, with a YouTube. Maybe perhaps we say see for the first time. How for joining easy. Click the subscribe button, turn the notification bell. Each time we can live, we go send you an art. We also then have Facebook with the same name, TikTok. Any how you feel comfortable for what you please consider for. So today now the 29th of January 2026. Now the month of the don't know to say who's so beginner. All right, so please consider for share and join with. They can join you soon. They can just.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This now Komon-Tok. In case you don't know. Oh, yeah. Whenever we pledge with love and loyalty to his sweet mamas alone. Now we all come together as one for tomorrow. Now we go make salon. Anytime where you pay, anytime where you go, no matter.
All right, straight to the point. We'll not get nothing for West. Well, I think finally, just okay. We want to use this opportunity for welcoming you, Chief Joseph Fitzgerald, on the Komon-Tok platform. People in the listening across the world, you get the mic.
Hello?
Yes, it gets me?
Yes, I get you loud and clear.
Yeah, get the mic.
Well, Tambo Leonardo, Atenonado, I'm happy to be here and to participate in this conversation for the country.
All right, so Fambo, let us start and let people get the background about what the Constitution say, so that we can get on the law, democracy. Constitutional review is essential to keep a nation's supreme law responsive, democratic, and aligned with contemporary realities. The Sierra Leone Constitution of 1991 itself anticipates change and provides clear procedure for amendment. Under Section 108, Parliament may amend the Constitution by bill, but such changes must follow strict procedural safeguards. Section 109 further requires that the entrenched provisions be approved through a national referendum, ensuring that the people, not transit political interests, have the final say. These provisions affirm a fundamental principle. Constitutional reform is legitimate only when it's transparent, consultative, and grounded in popular consent. Any review process must therefore be strengthened, democracy, protect checks and balances, and uphold the sovereign will of the people, not weaken it. All right, so these are the bold statements of what we Constitution say. You take over this. You know, if it's at the right time, this waiting government to do so now, given the fact that they even mirror what's in this the 1991 Constitution say.
Well, thank you very much. The issue of constitutional reform that is continuing, it don't take quite a while. Most successive governments, everybody is making an attempt in wanting to change the constitution for a reformist agenda, meaning we want to see how they do what the constitution. Which is some of which he always says, not to the constitution sometimes can get problem. Now the one the way they interpret the constitution. For all it takes, you will put all the fine law and pen and paper. You write them how you want. But when the occasion face a test, and the one the way they interpret the constitution, that they get to know whether it's good or bad. So in constitution, would they say, you don't just need for change them if there's nothing to change. We agree there are a few areas where the constitution need change. And one side where we don't see what they don't do in this reform bill, and the one on the quota for women participation. Then give them 30% quota. Fair enough, that is good. It's progressive in itself. But there are other provisions we catch the eye. We're all man for watch. One, then they tell you about this proportional representation. Now we know they look at for choose your member of parliament. They will be through a list. We struggled through this the last time. The late Dr. Abdullah and myself. We challenged the government, we went to court. The Supreme Court ruled against us. But now then they legitimize that they will want to go by a list in a district. And it is that district list that they will get with MPs. Now, if you look at that, you may think it's okay. But what you don't see today, we're able to see the emergence of smaller parties in parliament. We only have the APC and SLPP. The other parties are not fall aside. And even what advantage would you receive from that PR? Now, only SLPP gets increment numbers. So that was the design. So now what you call perpetuating that design. Then they fortify themselves now for saying, we will forever continue to have predominance inside the House of Parliament by forcing this proportional representation of our people. We had a conference at Binchuman. Multi-stakeholders were present. Civil society were there. Everybody cried out the proportional representation. But this government is forcing it down our throats. Why? The people that say, no, we just want like how be there. No, go vote for MPs. What's wrong? We don't complain. It served us well over 2 decades. Now they say the money. What's wrong with the money? They don't chop up. Let them bring and come back. They just vote for MPs. Because when you do that, you see the quality of representation in the House. Moving forward from the proportional representation, you go see some side where they talk say. Now you forget 20% in 2/3 of the district. 20%. Now we get 14 districts. For let you get what you could call 2/3, you need like 9 districts. And that's not going to be easy. But I can assure you that if they pass this new legislation that they talk about, we'll say that they add Bandajuma and Panguma as 2 new districts, it will be very easy for the SLPP to attain the 70%, this is the 2/3, than for APC or any other party. What will we see? Young parties, smaller parties will not emerge. They will all fail. And that is what they've done also in the Constitution Bill. Now they say if you try elections twice, you fail, the party can be deregistered. That is wrong. You don't do that.
But this all is just like a proposal, a tentative document. You're not coming to, you're not even gonna, this is just a preliminary first thing. What's not the problem where they feel say, is it that when they fear that will no one change? Because this is the constitution, no amendment for SLP. They are amendment for all political parties. So what's not the smoking gun now?
It has started. They don't do the pre-legislation. We were there. We listened. They don't lay on the table. They don't do the first reading. So the process don't kick off. Our concern is that there are entrenched clauses in that constitutional bill. Now, what's in the entrenched clause? Now, that provision within the constitution was so important that if you need for change, you will come back and consult and get the approval of the people in a referendum. Now, when they package them as it is, it will make you not get the opportunity for use the right procedure for a referendum. Because in a referendum, at the second reading and third reading, you need 2/3 majority of members of parliament. Now, they don't want to go through that procedure. So they don't bundle everything into one procedure such that it will appear as if it's not a referendum clause that is being changed. There is a danger in it. The people's consultation has been short-shifted and bypassed. That is what they intend to do, and that is not right. So now that they don't do the first reading, I believe that it was not even properly laid for parliament. Because when you get an entrenched clause, like in the bill, for example, section 85 and section 87, these are entrenched clauses. You need to mix them up with another reform bill.
Okay.
So you have to separate them.
Somebody say, is it that lethargy una be because una be get this opportunity back then, but una not be do anything when I left her. You know, this is because of una carelessness make 90 on sooner. Because if you look at from the stages from Tijan Kaba in term, the current recommendation, it come to EBK, all opportunity be there for Lona, amend the constitution, for Lona complete that process. No, not one. You know, he's saying that that's the answer, so that sometimes when some issues of national concern come now for act swiftly, and officer in the answer, so now.
Not at all, not at all. When President Koba came to power, he saw the need for we watch into the constitution, get a review. We set up the Justice Coward Commission of Constitutional Commission review. He spent some time, then go into wide consultations. I think it lasted about 4 or 5 years. It took part of the first term of his government. By the second term of his government, you get a report. We examined the report. I was the Attorney General there. We spent lots of time for looking into that report. Now, what did we find out? That most of the things when they want into the constitution, not to take away for dinner the constitution, not take away for dinner independent pieces of legislation. And by the time we come, we accept certain things we need for review and revise. Elections were for us. So we'll not be able to finish the exercise. But certainly, we were hoping that any successive government who can complete the exercise. Fine. President Biokam, he says, oh, let us look at the current constitution for review. Then look, they come to white paper. What we don't see inside this? It not even address common in white paper. There are many issues where they're beyond the tripartite. So when we talk about constitution, when we talk about generations to come, a constitution should not reflect the current government. You may not be in power tomorrow. What do? We look at the issues that affect the people most. Consult with the people and come for a change. This whole electioneering process and constitutional process, we don't know about that. In terms of the campaigns that we had few engagements till the very tail end, and we express our opinions that this is dangerous, that it is tailored to favor the ruling government, and it is not fair, and we have to speak up.
Okay.
So we not just talk because we do something.
Yeah.
We did, and we believe at this time we will not keep quiet. We will let our people understand what are these issues. And it's dangerous because even now, they give power to parliament for remove a sitting president who was voted. That's dangerous. They did not vote for the president. The president was chosen by the people. Now then they suggest in this reform bill that the president can be removed by parliament after a particular removal. Complex, dangerous. Where are we headed? So these are things I think we don't jump, we don't wait for consultation.
Now you mentioned, you mentioned say then put these intent clauses, then put it's supposed to be more or less in time for canvas, in time for bypassing intent clauses. But the Attorney General puts an explanation as to why them be do this. I'll just play just 2 minutes. Let's see if gets solid points in this case.
We're going to hold the referendum at the same time we go to general elections.
Well, so we look at waiting feasible for the country. The good thing is we try for conclude the drafting process. We don't try for separate the process into two. One that we not see a lot of the proposals in there we touch on electoral reform. That's not the white paper I talk about. And then you also get the recommendations we come from the tripartite process. So what we don't do now that we don't take out the proposals we touch on electoral reforms, we don't put them at the same space with the tripartite recommendations. So then when in there, we don't draft already, we go gazette them so the public go see, and we plan say when Parliament resume, when Parliament come back from recess, we want to make this be the first order of business where Parliament they deal with. And then after that, we move on to the other proposals. We will touch on both non-entrenched and entrenched provisions in the Constitution. When we don't done that, now we view say at this point, with all the amendments in there, the nature and character of the 1991 Constitution don't change so much that we cannot continue to call it the 1991 Constitution, call it a new Constitution. So instead of going into a referendum on just the entrenched provisions, we want to go into a referendum with a single question to the public, which will be a yes or no question on the new Constitution. Now, on the timeline for that, we do in active discussions. We will also go for consult with other actors for see when will be a good timeline for that. Whether we do them in the next 1 year, or we do them in 2027, or if it makes sense, we'll make we move on to election day. So then one of the things that we'll discuss right now.
Okay, so before the next.
Okay, so that's not the point. What's your take on this one? It don't put on clearly the reason.
I don't listen, and I get respect for my colleague, the Attorney General. But I think he's missing the point in terms of procedure. The intent clauses, when you want to change them, the procedure is laid in Section 108 of the Constitution, particularly subsection 3. How you approach Parliament. It's different from how you approach Parliament for non-intent clauses. Then in the time we say they want to go with one question. Now see the danger. How will the people understand we see one question? When I want the Constitution or when I want the Constitution? It is going to be a whole calabash. They don't put something inside it. Then now you ask people one question. You want the Constitution or you don't want that? People don't know what are the details. What are in those details? Now, look at it this way. This bill where they don't lay in the Parliament, it contains both intent and non-intent clauses. You don't do it. You don't do it. Because the non-intent clauses, you don't have to come into a referendum. You don't have to mix them. Parliament can pass them without anything. They have powers to do it. So why bring it into a referendum? No. Then they mix them up so that will confuse the ordinary man. That is not fair. Then they mix them up so they want to put one question in a referendum. It would be so difficult to put that one question in the Constitution, but just ask, when I want the Constitution or no answer. The people need to know what is in this new Constitution. Not to alter it in the new Constitution they want. Maybe they want some parts, they don't want some parts. So how you go force it out, say, now yes or no? Like okay, need a court. You tell the witness, say yes or no. The judge tells you, don't do that. You forgive the witness the opportunity to explain and understand. So it is not fair. And now what we talk, there are good things in this new bill. Yes. For example, the gender quota 30%, fair enough. For the introduction of independent candidates, fair enough. But there are many other bad things that should not go through. And not to this process, the procedure is all wrong. You don't do it. When you want intent clauses, you come to Parliament, you do it first reading, you identify the intent clauses you want to change. Parliament, they now know say that these are the specific offenses you want to change. And in fact, the way you title it is Constitutional Referendum Act or Bill. You know they call it Constitutional Amendment Bill. Constitutional Referendum Bill. Special. Well, you come before Parliament. And at the second reading, you need 2/3 majority. At the third reading, you need 2/3 majority. Now, that is not what they don't want to go through. They don't want to go through the 2/3 majority requirement or the threshold.
Okay, so a lot of the time, then they say, and we people they say, "Una the opposition, or we what you wanna do apart from how not able is there any when I get any powerful resist the government if them bent on doing anything because historically we don't see more or less anything where government want for pass. Now even parliament they go through the recent case with the Lawyer Taylor Pierce and Tamamomo then case the audit service. We see even on your MPs support government and people in the raise a concern say, well, there was an allegation of where they are, let's say, they give them $30,000 We in fact we talked about that here the other day. Naya, we one of the MPs called Naya. We invite the Canada program is not so EB, but Timemko also. So people in the ask they ask. We not even get the moral ground for stand the government if they want pass something. Because if that this is not what we say, this is one of the members of I think Timomco. Now instead of give them $30,000, 7 member there for votes. So if government want pass something where them feel say they benefits them, perhaps and go double the money, perhaps and go triple the money. People and they say we not even get the moral ground for stand. What you not go do at all if government insists say they want passes?
Yeah, thank you. You make a very good point that issues of moral grounds and the apprehension of the general public, that even when it comes to vote, because in parliament it's voting numbers. And once it comes to vote, people are not sure whether we or MP they not go back on the side of the government. Now you raise the issue whether the money or not money. We believe that this time around, our people should be so sensitized, particularly the MPs, that this is so fundamental to governance, to the life of the people, that you will not mortgage it over the slaughter of money. No, it will be a shame. It will be disgrace to anybody who participate in this type of thing. And our generations will not forgive us. Now, if you look at it this way, that say, okay, the MP then it could be bribed, or the MP then it could be this. We don't know. I'm aware that investigations were conducted, but I am not privy to the conclusions of those investigations. So I
which investigation?
Into the MP's allegations of receiving money for bilateral affairs.
Okay.
Yes, but I'm not privy to the conclusions of that investigation, so I'm not able categorically now tell you what was the conclusion. But I could tell you it is a shame if it happened to be like that. Now, what can we do? You raise a very good question. That as an opposition, what can we do? There's a lot we can do. No government should ever take the position for granted. No government should ever take its people for granted. You may get away with a lot of things, and maybe a small thing we go no go worry about. That is the time that people will tell you that you've had enough, and enough is enough. It could be this one. It may pass. It may not pass. Then we have to be careful that we serve the interests of our people. If it is not for the interests of our people, don't do it. Don't take your people for granted. That's all man can feel. Wish you don't have power. If you say we did it, he died. Pastor died. Nobody know they pull me now. Now they talk question. They come out 2038 or 2040, 2050. Yes, it will go all the arrogance of power. But the people have the ultimate test for power. The people can remove you from power. They can remove you with the might of the ballot or with the might of resistance. And I think the time is coming. And I believe this government has given us assurances that they do everything. So where they are now, they start with the wrong foot and they should take a step back and do what is right.
Okay, and there's this one part where I just want to let you clarify when it comes to there's many questions that come. One of the key things that Unabi don't set this precedent, the then boss or sack the vice president. So people that look at it and say now, Lowy, because it's so sensitive. So the government they use this one for protect future. I mean, anybody now. So what do you get problem with that? Where UNASSF more or less the ECOWAS courts incorrect if we notice way be the rules say the sacking of Samsumana was unconstitutional or it not be right. So when we don't set bad precedent. Now you condemn this government, or they do a similar thing where like people will not be too happy about, particularly in the case. So governments they capitalize on this for letting like this not ever happen again. So what's the problem? Why you get problem with that?
What you see, no, it's not about the problem. It is a tit for tat thing. Like how you said they argue. Una said when they do this, so they said let us stop justifying wrong by wrongs. It's not good, even for you journalists. To suggest that Una said they do this, so they said for one. It's wrong. Let us condemn what is wrong and be forward thinking. Forward thinking. tit for tat. So is that a justification? No. So what we should do, look at ourselves and be sincere. Are we doing it correct? If we do things which were wrong, we did it wrong. Let us accept our mistakes. But those of us coming afresh should not repeat those mistakes. We should try to do it better.
Okay.
Now, in the Constitution, we can rephrase the language of the Constitution. That once a president is elected or vice president, it didn't in the Constitution how he has to be removed or not. If you remember, I tell you, the removal of a president or vice president is clear in the Constitution. The problem then was when they interpret the law. We will put this on who they talk to. If you say nobody, fine. Tomorrow I wouldn't be ready for interpreter. You come back to remember this. I said, let us be careful. It is not what you put on paper. Rather, it is the integrity of those who will be interpreting what you put on paper. For me, my scare, I need to say part, my scare is that you take the electoral vote and power of the people. You take them away from the people and trust them.
Okay.
To the party.
I wonder you clarify this in many regions. We don't see you talk about tit for tat, not for B, and we agree that tit for tat, not for B, but we have before we talk about the present, we not forget about the history. We not sometimes good for borrow from the history so people can understand the context. So that make count on that. I still want to come on this area of we don't see many accusations from the ruling government. See, una rule 11 years, and that technically in this particular bill or this particular amendment, if it go through, Mother Bill technically they get, I think roughly, if I'm not mistaken, 8 months. We are about that clearly, no? Is it maybe first not clear? I want to play a short video for you because I just want to come up from that side. You are that bring come within Mother Bill BC.
I will collect them any time and I will show evidence say he handed for all the utility, all the problems, all the degree, all the percent, what they have to this time and this time. And I want we get paramount children and have from the north. I beg when I try to talk to Anes, big man before be big man. If you're not be big man, if they're treating a small boy, you're not going to be surprised. When another see me talk like this, but that's fair, they will not take him. We get 10 years, it is 1 year, you do 11 years. One day we not lead protest now. Anything happen, we support them.
Okay, it's then give like 11 years. So is it technically because first confirm to which about law we know this 11 years because we don't know how long. But you go, are you then in a better position for confirming how long will be ruled? And we not say Ebola inside. And this constitution is very similar that another 8 months, people understand that kind for and connect this one.
Yeah, thank you. I watched the video. If you listen to the language of the president, it's a APC rule for 10 years. Then 1 year, they add on to the year. So if you do 10 years, any 2 years, native for thief. This is the point I was making to you. That if you say the reference for historical purposes, perfect. But no reference for capitalizing the wrong for correcting wrong. We can get what you can see, assuming without considering that APC spilled for a few 6 months, for a 6-month period. If it was unjustified, is it not justified for them to do one?
So now 6 months now we do? Now 6 months?
No, I'll just give example. Okay. Now, what would they say is we had powers, each government, even this current government, they get power for 6-month extension. They did a provision in the constitution. But for what they don't do so, they get already 1 year inside the bracket. If this bill go through, they get 1 year inside the bracket. And it is dangerous because it could be more than 1 year. Because even the term of parliament is not clearly stated. They say the next general election. When? They're not clearly stated. You're uncertain. And you know they do law so. When you define a law, there has to be certainty about the law. They say that which is certain must be certain. You know, they left them in vacuum. So they run a risk. The draft as it is now, they don't, 1 year don't come up, they get 1 extra year. 1 extra year, if you look at the calculations. 1 extra year, they don't get a for Yes. So not to 2022. Not to 2028. If this pass, not to 2022, they get elections. Clearly not. So it will affect the constitutional cycle. But beyond that, they're not even clear when then they set the date for the next general election. Because from the constitution, they take from there. So you will see so many shenanigans. I mean, so many hanging things that were not clear when this draft bill was put together. Some of us are concerned as experts, and we have a duty to our people. We tell them, say, hey, this election where they cancel, they will win and before a vote is cast. They will win and before a vote is cast. Because if you watch again, then they talk, say, 3 days. You will file a petition. Who said that you want to file a petition inside 3 days? You have witnesses to examine and cross-examine. The defense have witnesses to examine and cross-examine. Where would you have that? Then they go further for say judgment must be delivered in 14 days. The only way judgment can be delivered is 14 days if they don't write a law before you go argue. If they don't write a law before you go argue, that's the only way. So let us all be watchful. These things is just too good to be true. Just too good to be true. So let us sit up. I have a duty because of the profession, and I owe it to our people that let us don't sit down and be hoodwinked. Then type pieces now, yeah. Then they tell you all the five switch story. No, there is more beyond this draft that you can see. But more importantly, is that let us use the referendum where there is a referendum. We're not going to bad nothing, shove down the throats of the people and say, hey, now yes or no. We don't go be by the yes or no. Then we go with the dissector. The people get to accept certain things. We're good inside this draft bill. Fine, we'll accept them. And those that are not good, we will reject them. Let the people have the opportunity to reject them. That is our case.
Still it's have to confirm. How many months wanna add per 10 years? Is it 1 year? Because it is plenty time, and of course, as you know,
I don't think it reached 1 year. I don't think it reached 1 year because it was we started November, December, January, February, March. I think it's about 4 months. About 4 months. Yes.
All right. Okay. So, Fambul, if you just join on the program today, we'll get a bold conversation. We'll unpack the rush behind the constitutional amendment. Of course, we did with Chief Fitzgerald, a seasoned lawyer, and also now one-time Attorney General, and also now one-time ACC boss, and also they got plan for rule the county. You want to go for the big office. We'll go for that side here. So let's just take short break. Definitely we'll go for ask what you go do different from what you will see. Will they take short break or they can just now?
Not a pure sensation. Get ready to groove, dine in style, and witness a groundbreaking debut. It's the dinner, dance, and platform show where elegance meets energy and the future takes flight. A night to dine, a night to dance, a night to launch and take a chance on June 13th. Step into the scene, All Saints Central, where the moment becomes magic. Where the moment becomes magic.
An unforgettable convergence. Celebrate the official launch of our booking platform in an atmosphere charged with music, flavor, and inspiration. This is not just an event, it's a movement. Komon-Tok. Event details.
Well, grand dinner dance, booking platform launch Saturday, June 13, 2020. Swear Olsen Community Center, 105 New Crossroad, London, say 14, 5 DJ. Tickets.
Early bird.
Feast now.
Standard at the gate.
Yes now.
Spectrum.
Show your support.
Early bird.
All right, so yes, Fambulu, we don't kind of the other part of the program, the second version If you just join, we there with Chief Joseph Fitzgerald Kamara, where they help with unpack some of the questions and some of the concern then with plenty of people and get including then the opposition regarding this constitutional amendment. And of course, we also can look at briefly the government governance issues. And the last part we will definitely touch on in candidacy as himself the vying for the big office of the country. Well, starting from the the flag bearer before we go to the other side. All right, now we want to let you work with the fact you don't handle the office, one of the biggest office in the country. Well, a lot of people say that office, the irrelevancy, it only lost relevancy, the anti-corruption. We don't want to go again with the corruption they go because and everybody know corruption they cause a problem for the health sector. I mean, money not even make road lights, the teachers and healthcare. It's too much, you know. So it was a good thing when them be set them up, and you don't preview for. Well, these governments they praise, they knack Chelsea, they don't do better, persona, because they get statistics for points. Given the MCC don't even approve them, you know, for give them money, and they don't get international accolade rightly. Tell me first, the good side of them, and tell me what you find say a faulty in this current office with Ben Kaifala the head.
And you know, for me, you know, fearful around community on an institution where those have at all left, and we equally go ahead because the circumstances may be different. The political culture under which you have may be different. Well, I would say generally, like you say, they get accolades, fine, and the ratings have been good, fine. And but for me, I always pay attention to the perception within the ordinary man feel about the work, about the fight against corruption. I look beyond. I need to see Ben Kampala, not to need to talk about. I need to talk about the institution per se. And they talk about what do the public feel about the fight against corruption. And then because that way you depersonalize that. So you don't get personal about the success of an individual or not, or the success of an institution or not. But what do the public feel? So the ratings may be good. Fair enough. If you walk the streets, you talk to people, the message is different. One single thing can spoil your very good reputation. And Kefal has done his own bit. You have to give him his credit. But the issue of Lanatil affairs has dampened the image of the institution almost beyond repairs. Yes. And so we get to watch. What do the people feel in the fight against corruption? Are we succeeded or not? Today, with the audit reports, continuing, no changes. Complaints, no changes. We barely hear of any punitive action. But we still hear the good reports and the good ratings. So where is the miscue? In spite of all this, the public thinks that something is not right in the fight against corruption. But from my experience, I can tell you this. That is all about the political will from the top. If the public see the political will is right from the top, then it is cascaded down. But in the absence of political will, no matter what Parliament want to do, they're going to succeed. So for me, at the watch, is there a political will in the fight against corruption? But when you watch the case of Nana Taylor Pierce, Tamba Momo, that the issue was right from the very top, we lost it from there. And we went to Parliament. Just mention what happened. We lost it there also. It's a shame. It will be a continuous blow to the character and reputation of this country that we missed an opportunity to stand up for what is right as against what is wrong. So I think saying I'm not going to be in a position for pass judgment on the quality of work. I can only say that we're encouraged by what they do, but there's always much more to be expected. from such an institution.
So you say, they pass judgment and opposition, and you don't get opportunity for serve the office. Is it fear that one puts because my colleague and they or what is this thing that because people, ordinary people, then they come out and they call things by their name. Then like when they say so, public opinion seem not to tally with the statistics where they come out internationally. People don't know what they go on. So would they expect una get foresight, una get experience, una get expertise, una get connection. What's in they go on where perhaps we don't understand as nation? Would they blame the government? Would they say them corrupt and corrupt and corrupt? But then they get the marks they show something different. So we they expect una for tell me what we don't know.
Well, that's at the time to tell you, say, me in particular, because I don't did it. While we talk just now, you go talk to you, so the way you did it, you don't do this. So that's why it's not a fair question to me. But I could tell you still, I say it's not about me or my comment. It's more about what people feel about the performance, the public perception, and I report within the public perception. I say, despite the good ratings, there's a general perception, I may be wrong, but this is my view, that there's a general perception that we're not doing so much that is consistent with the very good ratings we will get. So there's a big issue there. Now I ask you, I say if you watch, there's a miscue with the ratings and what people see on a daily basis. And I'm going to give you the example of Planetary Affairs in Tambamomo. And there are many more such cases. I even go ahead for table the audit report, the discrepancies, the failure to produce supporting documents. They're all in the audit reports. There's actually much more to say than that. I don't open the windows. I don't state what you know as a matter of fact. So it is not unfair or not fair. It's just been who you are, and that you get to know what you say as a manager.
Okay, so I want to count it in the presidency of Julius Maada. There are a lot of things we don't hear about the Big Five, we don't hear about Fitzgerald, we don't hear about free quality education, we don't hear about the economy. The inflation was sometimes around 54, then put onto single digits, which is extraordinary, almost magical. What do you make up of the presidency in terms of deliverable and, as it's like you experience and what do you make up of most of these projects we don't raise up so?
Nigo say it's more propaganda, huge propaganda. We barely don't see any serious progress in any facet of society. Pure propaganda. Now you mentioned about inflation, single digit for 54 candles. Yeah, I say show me the indicia for that. Who said they pull up? Go to the markets. Because now the price index, now they dictate the inflation rate. Now show me what you know go on. Just today, they no increase fuel. Yesterday, they no increase fuel. Now they talk about inflation candle. You're gonna match it all senior. So why is it? The cost of living is so high. So who single digit miracle come out? It's a miracle. Where is it from? Where all the indicia they point something different. Not left the inflation. Look at the economy. Look at the state of poverty of what it is today. And people can't afford a meal a day. People struggle to have a meal a day. Look at what is happening to our youths. The devastation of our youths due to the influence of drugs. So where is the success? Education. Poor. All the money that we spent in free education. Even free. The money we spend for education for now, better than not pay school fees. Now, teachers can get PIN code. They have not been formally employed. But just then these are easy. They're seeking for 1,000 military personnel. We get teacher them. We don't get PIN code, they need to pay them. We get nurse them. We need PIN code, they need to pay them. So what's the priority about 1,000 military personnel?
Well, then what is security paramount? Security paramount.
If paramount pass we eat, security against whom? Pass with daily bread?
So without security,
We know
without security, perhaps step we will get peace of mind for Sidosa, Sidon for talk.
And the military, the security. No, and the police from armed robbers and this. The military really should be for external interventions. So they will see the military for all kind of things. When we used to grow up, if you see soldier by the salute her because you respect her, you hardly see them in the streets. But today they are doing police functions. So maybe they make you misunderstand the fact that they are there to protect people. Who do they protect? Look younger, they don't go there, younger, they don't take an area. Then they see now, and they threaten civilians. Go and get younger back.
You the suspect say by hiring those now for political advantage, it's not you know got nothing to do with security.
But of course, it's as clear as daylight. We have priorities. It is misplaced priorities. Small saloon. What will they do to 1,000 military personnel again? The one they will get to know even they take care of them. Then they struggle for pay salary.
Okay.
What do you want they will get? Then they can add more budget. We get staff nurses. We need salaries. They don't pay them. We get doctors who they pay paltry sums. Yes, we get teachers. They don't pay. If that money they why will we address these issues?
Okay.
So waiting 1,000 new military personnel they can do, preparing for elections, what role will they come to play? Let's be honest about it. Again, even as journalists, we all have a role to play. Let us be sincere in what we want to push forward. What is the agenda? You wouldn't tell me that you don't know that 1,000 military personnel in this job alone, small million.
Where would they do your own analysis different? Where we sooner as political heavyweights there, we get to questions what they ask sooner. It's entirely up to you how you are answering. Where we can know what they do.
If you presume say it worth it, they ask me the question. You assume say find it good.
Because generally, at the put on generally security, it's a good thing.
No.
Generally, security is a good thing.
I answer you. You challenge me, answer. Say why you don't feel say good for the country. No. I say you're not good for the country. And answer you why you're not good for the country. You're coming from a position that you believe it is good. Well, fine, stay with that.
Security generally is good. Security generally good. Now nobody looking for disputer. Security generally good.
There are different types of security. What type of security are you promoting? International security, border security? No. So they make a distinction. Police functions and other functions.
Okay.
So for me, I believe that let us be sincere in our work. Let us be sincere in our work. Definitely. So when you ask a question, I give you, fair enough, you may contradict.
So what did they say? Not sincere, would they ask a question or what did they talk generally?
My position is this. That when they ask a question, you get an answer. If you're not satisfied, I'm fine.
Absolutely, that's fine. That make the press. Wait.
You ask a question, you allow me to done.
Yeah, we don't ask a question. We don't ask a
finish.
And they come. When we ask a question, any way one answer, you're fine.
No, talk to yourself now. I did listen to you. Now you did the interview.
Let me say anyhow you want answer the question, entirely fine.
Continue. I did listen. We ready for answer?
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you sure you're ready? Are you ready?
Go ahead. I did listen. You get the platform.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Now we can talk. You've asked the question about the security. And I was talking about misplaced priorities. I said the misplaced priorities is that we have nurses that have not been paid. They need PIN code. If we get money to retain and recruit 1,000 more military personnel, that money can be diverted to that. I also mentioned, I said there are teachers that need PIN codes. We need education. Instead of we parent teacher the day for we get to begin a learning, we go take 1,000 military personnel. I said, that is my point.
Okay. All right. So there's another concern with plenty Sierra Leoneans that don't cry over. The issue about land grabbing at the country. There was a video where even President Biobi say he take action I'm sure probably maybe say good on preview on land. In this program, we don't count a lot of diasporans we don't buy land according to them genuinely. In fact, some man don't buy land from then 1992. Some man don't buy land 10 years ago, 15 years ago. But things seem completely different. The same land, the same government, the same director, the same Ministry of Land, they provide they provide like 2 documents, 3 documents for land where they don't sell. What is going on generally as a seasoned lawyer, and what are the biggest problem why this issue they repeat, and it's painful because like this book several people who don't interview them. Tell me first, but we understand because we're not in the courts.
Yeah, thank you. Like I say, I don't deny CC. The issue of land grabbing not today, and it's getting worse by the year. The Ministry of Lands, I used to call it a corridor of corruption. And it still is. Why are they calling the corridor of corruption? Because that is the same surveyor there. They will go survey your land. Then a couple of years later, then tell you the coordinates not fall like I go for another person land. Allowing somebody for can't take you land there. But there's a greater problem to that. And this is what we worked on when I was Attorney General. We set up a commission and a task force for looking into it. In Sierra Leone, we have what we call registration of instruments. Now, waiting on a registration of instrument, that means that you conveyance in the register, you try to read and then the register. But we need the register title. Registration of title means, like for example, if Joseph Kamara gets Usasi also, no other plan no will be approved. Pass it be say that the plan with Joseph Kamara authorized, now then go register. But now anybody can go make plan for Yawasidon. Then yeah. So part of it, the architectural design of the law caused the problem. So now there is a draft of bill they are working on for the registration of instrument, for the registration of title, and not for the registration of instruments. That is not to the paper in the register, you will register a title. So that if Joseph Kamara gets this plot, the Battle Street, that Joseph Kamara no more will able to give back this plot to any other person. Because at the register the title of Joseph Kamara. For now, not to see the deed. Anybody can go register any land anywhere. So that make you see increased problems concerning land registration. Then the other one is the same ministry go sign a plan because this is the enabling environment. The same ministry go sign a plan for US Uganda for the same plot. And we sign the same plan for Neighbor, the same plot. We'll go before then they will tell me, say, JFK your plan, they go for the 14 C. Your plan, and for the the same people. So where are we? Again, it boils down to in anything what you do in a salon, the integrity can cost. Honesty, sincerity of work. Because if you go any side, who say people in the work, believe you me, straightforward business model, it's sorry. But that will experience. That is why some of us want to come into governance. Because we believe that we need to put a lot of things straight. So many things, so yuki, all over. So we need now to
So there's a question of people in the world. What are the custodian of land in the country?
Good question. A custodian of land, it depends on also how you talk about. We get the provinces land act, and the provinces land tenure system different. With the custodian of land, and that is the paramount chief with the council of elders and all. While in terms of the western area, we see custodian of land and the government. That is the answer.
Okay. All right. So, in your view, how then we restructure the Ministry of Land for land issues like this? Because it's painful. I'll give you a typical example about one guy within a UK Marshall. This guy, according to Ran, he buy the land legally. In fact, he can go and investor, then go kill the investor self. And right now, even though all in papers and government confirms saying a genuine paper there, but people are there building land safe. And It's just almost like unbelievable, according to his story. We don't make attempt for reach the Minister of Land for clarification, even though then, so how you go restructure? Let's say you get the opportunity, how you go restructure? But let's say then this not happen at all.
Well, the example will be unfortunate, but I will tell you, say, there's a law in this country. Advise the man, let go to court. Let take the people into court. Firstly, you go for what you call a declaration of title. Go to court, let court decide between him and then people who will be would I get it? We don't see today. Grammar school land, where they go building, then demolish the houses because the courts reached the conclusion that the property belonged to grammar school. And we get many, many more examples. The late Justice Cornelius Harding, Naspo Road, it took them 7 years to settle the matter. Then build property there in land. But the court settled in his favor. Then pro they will stand it. So there is law. Advise them for seek counsel. They get lawyer, but they could represent them. Between him and them encroachers, we go deal at the property, or squatters, then let the law decide between him and them. Maybe there's a get title claims. The court will settle that. But now they talk about what can we do to avoid this. Now, to make sure we restructure the Ministry of Land. It starts by the casability. We now need to register title and not registration of instruments. Once we get that sorted out, and every title as registered, we computerize them. We create a data, and so everybody, know it flow from that. We will begin now, we can go backwards and start and come forward. It can be done. It just takes the real will. And it comes back to the point I made to you, that everything is about police coming from the top. If you sit at the top, you see the Ministry of Lands, they go like that, they go so, and you do nothing about it. You left the minister for continuing for the day. You see the surveyors doing what they want to do, and nobody takes action. Then something is wrong at the top. Something is wrong. So this is why we, as opposition, and want to bring an alternate government to ensure that we take things and make a different position for the state.
Okay, so that's again, we know there is this una lawyer they una can say justice delayed, justice denied, but una you're not the interpreter. We can just say una they talk and so. But this, I just want to play for you video, and that video did go viral, and it creates a lot of impact. And we want to ask you, thousands of people in the watch this platform and still want to know what did they go with you clients. Let's just drop this video, let you mind.
Kamara notes it took the court 40 hours of interrogation to have arrived at this point, and adds it's a dangerous precedent which they'll fight to prove his innocence. Let's take highlights.
It's unfortunate and regrettable for this nation that we shall drag a former president, democratically elected for 2 terms, on charges of this nature. It took us 40 hours of interrogation for us to get to this point. Like who can say that Creole, that black go to see Sante to negotiate. I still maintain that the professionalism was shown by the police, but most certainly when interrogation takes 40 hours of questioning, like I said, we have that parable. If you don't see black good Sante, you don't go see Nanette. What you fail to get in 40 hours, you cannot get in an hour. And today we're in court. It's the same evidence we're hoping to see. That's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. I'm saying that no confrontation was presented to our client in the interrogation to say this is what he has done that is culpable. None. Other than the fact, do you know Koita? I barely know him. Do you know Kaba? He used to work for me. Do you know Leatherboot? He used to work for me. Other than those type of questions, nothing incriminating has been pushed to him. Yet to find ourselves in court. Is that fair? Is that the way you treat a statesman? Someone that has served this nation is out there making an image for this country, for which we're all benefiting. What is this vendetta? Why do we go after our own good people to shred their reputation? I can tell you, if it were the case, that anybody that is involved in the school, or whatever name it is called, we deprecate it. We're against it. Nobody likes that. And including President Koma is against that. And he will never be part of it. never be part of it. And that is why people like us support him in that quest. We believe in his innocence, and we should not drag this country down the road where it is moving. It is a dangerous precedent that has been set. When you take people like him to court, you must have very strong, cogent, irrefutable evidence. This is a case we will fight. We'll fight it vigorously to prove his innocence, and just not for his...
This is a case you will fight, and you fight it vigorously to prove his innocence. I'm not a lawyer, but it says justice delayed, justice denied. What is going on? People are, because we don't see so that already passed sentence to key people there. Some of them give them 80 years, 100 years, is let the world know.
Well, thank you. One of my favorite videos in that lecture, because I spoke my mind and spoke my heart. And the guy mentioned several people were charged. Some are not convict them, others are no members if anybody come out free, I guess some. But the point I'm making also is this, that at no point in time in all of those trials was the name of the president, former president mentioned, either by way of support, financial or otherwise, or whether by way of any inducement offered, or by way of any endeavoring, or by way of any procuring. None whatsoever. They must have had about 5 trials in all. At no stage anything mentioned about it. At no stage. The evidence is there. The records are there for all to see. We listen every day. We follow the trials. At no stage. So my point was this: why we reduce, possibly we don't serve this country to the level of false accusation. But I do want to go into much of that because it is still in court in the process. But I would just say, for those matters that has been concluded, not an iota of evidence came out that will point to any culpability or suspicion of any to his case, to his name, or to his person. Hello?
Yeah, they get you. They get you.
Yeah. Yes. So that is where we are.
So
for me,
again,
I think,
yeah.
I said for me, I think that it is a factor of peace in this country. It's a factor of peace dividend that we need to heal the wounds of this issue by trying to manage it. That is why we will call on President Bill to exercise the powers that he has.
Okay, there's a question one link here is what's
and continues retirement.
Okay, there is a question one link here is because we know how politics in Africa behave. Politicians and mainly do they take advantage of the law. Dr. Samora Kamara, there is a case ongoing up till now. We not see because one thing we always make clear on this platform. Anybody with thieves and money, the law for better, attack one. However, if we see one case now, this case not seem for tone, then anybody will get critical mind, go ask something somewhere is going on, probably not right. Samora and Cameron case. Do you think a similar strategy is like you get a leverage? Maybe the government, President Bill, they use a leverage because so with this case against this opposition figure, anytime I want, I can just shake. Now, it's clear. Anybody who don't have a country that is a pillar, like we're a pillar of peace, a pillar of even war. It depends on how you possibly use that. You feel, say, probably the government or President Bill said they use this as a leverage, just in case you even need where something empower threaten in any way?
Well, in all of this, I can feel say something they can give by the name to the man at the top. Because this is the judicial process. The witnesses have been called. The case is closed. They don't do final addresses and submissions. The matter they with the judge. to deliver his judgment.
Oh, they don't do, because this one, number you, they don't do all, so it just left to the judge now for past verdict.
No, they don't know. They don't know. So why did you go say that, President Bill? No. And this is the point that they make. We sometimes we give bad name to people. I hold no brief for President Bill, no. But Samurai's case ought to be finished by now. It ought to be finished. If you don't finish, you know to President Bill, you the judge knows you don't case. Complete it. If you don't complete it, why? It's not as a result of absent witnesses. It's not as a result of inadequate evidence. You have all that you need. If even it is inadequate evidence, you the rule on that. So no, this matter ought to be completed.
I probably we understand as layman, as how we understand certain things, as how we analyze Naya, because we see say the power of the presidency is alone huge. And you did tell me say the president's not get no influence on the judiciary.
No, I didn't say that. You mentioned say if the President Bill they use the judiciary in the Samurai case.
Yeah, in that influence way.
And this is where you get me wrong, and I'm not let me misunderstand you. I say I don't think President Bill they use the judiciary against Samurai. I say because the case is complete, the judge has the case before him, he has to rule. So if not President Bill go tell Ale, you talk about. Because when you sit there as a judge, you have what you call security of tenure. Nobody never pull you there. As you misconduct yourself. So it did it before you. Why no go rule? You are found and guilty if you have the evidence. If you don't get the evidence, acquit or discharge. So I say sometimes we dey blame people where we not supposed to blame, because you and I don't have the evidence of any intervention of President Bill into that. So let us look to where the problem is. The judge get the fire. Let him decide and let him.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
All right. So yeah.
I know they say if you get a president, we wish for play with anything, he can play with that. In fact, that is what we're not seeing inside this new constitutional amendment, because it's the power under section 40 of the Constitution, which we call supreme executive authority. So in this constitutional amendment, we just see waiting as suspicious things there. The real issues that affect the everyday man in terms of the exercise of the power of the president, we not see nothing but that. Section 40, supreme executive authority. I think that is what you are alluding to about the powers of the president, what he can do or what he's capable of doing.
All right, continue for day with me. Family, if you just join on the program today, we get a bold conversation. Of course, we unpack the constitutional amendment, and we deal with Chief Joseph Fitzgerald. We come for don't buy your part, so I can tell you about what you will do if you see another hot case. Sometimes we know sit on there, it's easy and can tell you all things, but we want to know, not get in a record for tomorrow. Let's take again 1 minute break or we come by your turn. They can just now.
London say 40, 5D London say 40, 5D London say 40, 5D Show your support.
All right, so Fambulo, they do a quick one. The reason we I want to put this one because this parts of the program very important. We'll just do a few background. This is just like a rough. This you can correct me if some of this information all right. The key background and role: lawyer called to the bar of England and Wales and Sierra Leone. Bar, former commissioner anti-corruption, ACC 2011-2017, former Attorney General, public reputation known for farm law and order, posture, accountability, outspoken on rule of law, constitutional safeguards, senior figure, of course. But that's one thing where we see that you see the impressive. You work in America as what?
Yes, as a foreign legal consultant and paralegal Robert Lubin and Associates.
Okay. Is it private or public?
Private, local. Yeah.
Private. Okay. And how long you practice in America?
9 years.
9 years. Okay. Very well. Now, when it comes to this flag bearer, people in the apart from where you don't serve as I mean, we don't put you like I say, you get impressive CV. Why you feel say you're not the person then for key that kind of heavy responsibility? You know, for like you pass it, trust you. Why?
Yeah, I believe say I don't get to the point in my life where I'm fully ready for serve the country. And now, as I look at myself and look back, I don't arrive at a point where it's not about me anymore. It's about what I can do for my country. And anybody, or to everyone, life is a stage. You get for start off, you build yourself up. After you don't build yourself up, you build your family. When you don't build your family, then you need to say, what can I give back? And that is where I am now. And like I talk about CV impressive, I don't look much into the impressions of the CV. I look into what I can do as an individual. And I look more to what I don't do as a person, rather than what I don't accomplish as a professional. It could be important for the person that you want to serve. And today, we see the way the country's been run. And then they run right. Every day we see stark poverty. Every day we encounter that. Every day we see the influence of drugs on our youths. Very disappointing. Troubles my mind. I created a JFK Healthcare Initiative for fight against drugs. And we've been doing it. I've traversed the entire country for fight drugs. It's a difficult battle. And I want to do more. I want to do more. And we look at women's rights. A lot has been done. But yes, I still believe in that we can push greater representation for women in cabinet positions. I look at energy, businesses are failing. You go to the key today. Containers are not coming. Passengers in the travel through Guinea. Our goods come through Guinea because of the tariffs, because of the costs involved in the customs. We need to review all of this. Look how maybe they talk this talk. Our priorities are misplaced. Instead of we address issues of employment, we address issues of health, we go recruit more military personnel in the guise of security. So we have misplaced priorities. Definitely. So I don't offer myself to with people. So I don't get experience, requisite experience. And Friday I go pray in a mosque. Don't go Kupawaf. In the poorest of the poor slums of the country. I went there to meet our people, to know where they are, how did they live. But the khutbah of the Imam was very important to me. He spoke on leadership. He said, if you see one big leader, and he was speaking directly to my mind, prepare yourself. How prepared are you? So at this stage of my life, I think I don't prepare myself. I don't get adequate experience, and I'm ready to lead. And now is the time for that.
Okay, there are contenders now the party where a lot of people they talk about the Jagaban, the Sylvia Blyden, of course, make them formally just be the say it might host at one time the program and what are your perception to gain key the Samsumana, the Samura, this factor? How then factor go play in on your own part in terms of consolidation, peace, consolidation, or even problem? Because we still there about this electoral justice still there, and we not see will not be. I don't remember you don't make any formal comment when it comes to electoral justice. So we just want to know them factors still. Them kind names there. I'm sure yourself are we are saying everywhere. What's in them name I go make? It go break una or it go make una what are these? Tell people how we understand. Unpack them for people.
Yeah, I will do my best. And for me, I'm a positivist. I believe in looking at things positively. And the names you mentioned are good names. People that could do well for the country. I've served the country. And we can always say at the APC, we get a good resource material base for lead this country. And many of us, and there are many more that will not come out. So the names you've mentioned are very good people, good materials for leadership. Some of them have exemplified it, meaning they're not sure. So yes, they're heavyweights. What you need to see here is that we need unity in the party. You may not have heard me speak on electoral justice, but I've done so a couple of times. And this is my view, I'll repeat it. That the electoral justice is a cycle, not a phenomenon way attached to a particular election, such as 2023. Even these reforms of the Constitution is part of the electoral cycle. And so we have to move forward and see how we will manage that cycle, not to advantage the APC. The SFPP is moving. If we team up one side, we say we wait for the decision of 2023 to date. Who's God will they call? We think up for election or not do nothing. Our party will be disqualified. And we just see in this new constitutional bill that the party get power for the register. The PPRC get power for the register political party. But now they just limit them to factors of if you lost 2 elections. What if tomorrow they can add the see you know prepare yourself adequately because you need to get a political headquarters in each district. In each district, you need for don't do conventions. For elect you flag there. If we fail for the all the who's God will they call? So as they say electoral justice, it will continue. It's a continuum thing. So why we need to come together, harness the resources, the brains, the talent, the energy of we people. That look, let us sit up, come together. It's a moral faction. Come together. We cannot afford to lose this coming election by being divisive. Let us come together, brace up for the fight and challenge the SLP. The threat's not for the inside to be APC. I can use them as a Manchester United playing team. It's a training ground. I'm a Man United supporter. And I'm so happy with us. And it's a training field. Yes.
You know, Chelsea, Chelsea are the best team in the
You know, it's a training field. What the threat for best? The coach and the party. So not for the threat yourself inside the training field. The opponents, then they're outside. The Arsenal, then the opponent. So that is how I view it. That the fight should not be amongst us. That make me not get nobody what they fed. You are what they fed. That's your people.
Okay. There's one question where a lot of people can ask. And I'll go ask this one in a very, I wonder you, if you get the opportunity for become president of the country, what kind of tangible plans they go put for reduce unemployment, inflation, stabilize the economy? When we get something we go save, we never know the future. Thank you, my Lord. This one.
Your voice will repeat. You never know before.
Okay. I say, if you get the opportunity for become president of the country, what kind of tangible plans or concrete things that we could do for reduce inflation, stabilize the economy, reduce employment? Why don't we get this in record because we don't know the future? That's it.
Yeah. Now let us talk about industrialized farming, agriculture. Because 1, 2 the day, our people are starving. Our people are starving. We get the land. We get the land. We get the youthful population. What you don't get, now the technology, the know-how, for cultivate this land, for produce what you need to eat. It will be import wise. It's a big challenge, and I want to sort that out. I believe that we can be able to produce what we can eat, and that's one primary target for me. When people awake in the morning, they forget what they eat for the day. Another is, in terms of the economy, it's open economy. Strengthen the private sector. And I strengthen the private sector. Taxation. I don't believe in increased taxation. Just widen the tax base. Make the one that we need to pay. Bring them more into the tax bracket. Because we increase taxation, horizontally. The pressure, it shuts companies down. And then it gives you the opportunity for growth. So when you open up and get access to financing, believe me, you put money into people's pockets, the economy will change. Now, how do I intend to put money into people's pockets? Even in terms of salary, I've said it and I will say it again, that I intend to pay every 2 weeks' salary. If you be earn 1,000, inside 2 weeks you get 500. The other 2 weeks you get 500.
Oh, really?
Yes. And somebody paid me the other day. How can you do that? Just 2 weeks ago, the Liberian government has offered to do it. And they're working on the machinery for it. So all what you need now is salary payment system, automated system. It will work. It will reduce corruption. Because when you get money, they get around for waiting the month long, now they go and trust. It takes small. But when every 2 weeks, as a guy you pay, they will get chance to take us. Because you get to use the legitimate process. It can happen. While we all may live abroad, that's what they pay every 2 weeks. If they can do it, why can't we? Let us just have the payment system to do it.
Okay.
So that is one in putting money into people's pocket. Energy, then you can't escape from. But I tell you, we took 4 weeks. You know the lights, but this office has it also. 4 weeks inside this January. Now this network Komon-Tok this morning. So no get lights. Now this is the lights. And I will continue for talking. Now that's me and give you light. 4 weeks we dey inside the central business district, no light. Can you be that? I'm just 5 minutes away from State House. 4 weeks we not get light. So energy is so critical. Because with energy, business will flow. Yes, people have access to do businesses. Money will come at people in pocket. Lifestyle will change. Lifestyle will change. I keep on making the case that the Bureau administration has failed in 7 years to provide energy for this country. In 2007, President Komon came. He guaranteed us that in 100 days he will do it, and he did it. What they have failed to do in 7 years, we did in 100 days. And they come back. As they say, President Komon will say 100 days, and they come back and they say the same thing. Another 100 days, we will fix it. That is the APC. When we talk, then they say talk and do. We say do and talk. When we do them, they will talk out.
Okay. Time don't the between now. The last question we to it to become people and answer again for contribute on the program. Apart from where what's my contribution where you don't do apart from holding those sensitive and strong position? What you don't do for Salone apart from those positions?
A good question. As a private citizen, I do involved in a lot of philanthropy exercises. I get the JFK Foundation with the pay school fees, with the feed the poor every Friday month done at the feed the poor in my office. I have evidences of that. Every year we feed the poor somewhere in the provinces with the pay for school fees. And then I always the advocate. Beyond this, that I the advocate for waiting good. I the fight for justice. Every day I the day in a court. Most of the telling people it's not about payment. We live in a police station. My office is open. Even some people they come to me like it's a clinic. When they sick, them they come to me in the office. So why they come to me go to the clinic? They say no, we can't afford it. So at the individual level, as a person, these are the things to do, but they're not for adverts. And then they go say that this are not good give money, or that this are not good do. You know, some of these things are personal. I don't want to talk about that. So I always let my public record to speak. At the personal level, these are things I do because I just feel like doing them. And I don't want to do them to advertise myself. So it's difficult to talk about those things. But I've been here. I came back to Salone in 2003. I've been selfless service. Every day I did it for my people, one way or another, either at the public or the personal level. So this is it. when you represent people many times, and in any representative capacity, in life, personal, elsewhere, with the support, with the mix with people, and we encourage them or say, yes, you can get, even as a role model, we pass around. People look at you, then believe say they want to be like you. It motivates. I will give motivation lectures everywhere I go. To talk to students. I don't lecture. 11 years as a lecturer. I lecture in a law school. I lecture in IPAM. I lecture in a graduate school of IPAM. I've contributed immensely, the personal level, and I normally take salary.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. This one, the last one, I just see the cybercrime law, where plenty people don't question, plenty people don't fear, including we as journalists. What's your make up of this cybercrime law? What is, because sometimes, we not know how, so we know what I can say ambiguous generally. And we understand about the cyber law. Just for 1 minute, as the time don't be too well. What do you take generally? And
you see this issue of cyber law. Every law can get you advantage. But I don't think sadly we don't reach the sophistication of the society. Or not begin to pinpoint on the cyber law like what you see. We may have violations here and there, but they still not reach the amount. Because what you have to avoid is the abuse of power. While the cyber law by itself is good for protecting you from abuse, now the power when you give to the police for intrude into your privacy. Yes, they could monitor your phone, your emails. They can access them. They can access almost everything of your communication by any device. So what is my privacy rights? If anything you talk, they can access it. And if even they want to bring an action against you, they can bring an action against you because the line of the law is so thin. When you call person 2 months or you say many, they say I stop you. Look, the young lady, I don't remember what he says against President Bill. They arrested her, detained her. They said they stopped the president. Can you imagine? Every day we get cyber complaints. This send WhatsApp to me, cost me. Wasting the police time. So at the end of the day, while you may feel good that you protected, that there is a security, but the police have access to information that they ought not to have. And today, we watch, we only wonder, what is happening? Can they sell the information that you have? All because we see the medical, the Ministry of Health receive money from the US, which we hear about data, sale of health data. I'd ask a question, nobody has answered. The power of data, yes, is so significant today. So yes, the cybersecurity have written about it, that it is more of a threat to the right of the individual than it is to benefit you as a protection.
Right, thank you very much for where you just end on for you. So family, if you just join the program, and we're there with Chief Joseph Fitzgerald Kamara. We instead one, they look for the tickets, APC tickets for go sit on that big goes we can see State House. And today we help we for unpack some of the concerns and constitutional changes that we're going to come, and of course some key issues along the line. Well, I know say this is so they do. We get tripartite. Talk now, the people in call and the comment section don't flop with messages. But they take 2 minutes break. When we come, when they can open the line, then you say get the chance directly or can ask you question. Or don't just make a sharp 1 minute they are big so that at least we no go. It's for we. They can't just na bambule.
Not of pure sensation. Get ready to groove diamond style and witness a groundbreaking debut. It's the dinner, dance, and platform show where elegance meets energy and the future takes flight. A night to dine, a night to dance, a night to launch and take a chance on June 13th. Step into the scene, all saints Grand Central, where the moment becomes magic. Where the moment becomes magic.
An unforgettable convergence. Celebrate the official launch of our book and platform in an atmosphere charged with music, flavor, and inspiration. This is not just an event, it's a movement. Komon-Tok platform. Event details.
What? Grand dinner dance, book and platform launch Saturday, June 13, 2020. Swear Olsen Community Center, 105 New Cross Road, London, say 14, 5 DJ. Tickets.
Early bird.
Feast now.
Standard at the gate.
Yes now.
Spectrum.
Show your support.
100. Early bird.
London, say 40, 5 DJ. London, say 40, 5 DJ. London.
All right, so yes, Fumble, we don't come at the other side of the program. We can put the all right, so open the line and now we start for take the first call. Okay, we don't miss this one. Okay, all right, so we'll just take this one first. We'll get the first caller, GB Home. Yeah. Thank you for joining us. Who's side they call from?
Yeah, Mr. Komon-Tok, good evening. It's Jibrila from New Jersey.
Thank you for joining us. You got the platform.
Yeah, quick. Mr. Komon-Tok, why can they listen where PC people in the talk and they make they get insight into the mind of Ernest Koroma. Ernest Koroma is one of the weakest leaders ever in the history of politics in Sierra Leone. Ernest Koroma not get vision. Because if Ernest Koroma get vision, what happens to Wisu, what happens to win a salon, if I don't see and they come. A vision. What you win a leader who get vision, if forget a picture. If forget a broad picture of what thing they come, what thing they be now, and what thing they can in the future, they try for stop up. Then the way I see how Fitzgerald they talk, the African leader, they, especially Ernest Koroma, they not get plan, we don't take power, how for exit. See what happened in South Africa and Nelson Mandela? The man suffered for 27 years, but he get exit plan. Ernest Koroma, now man will let power, he greedy. Now him bring weekend to this point. No, he not get vision. And it get for affect. Now make 2023, the APC people, they left and give mad you because they not get vision. And I ain't get for, they hunting them right now. They get for talk for them.
Yeah, thank you.
The only thing when I get now, Mr. Gerald, a massive demonstration. I not get nothing, God bless you all.
All right, thank you very much. So Pam will take another voice. I'll just let 1 minute so that at least they take 10. Yeah, call outside the call from. Just a moment, Pakol, another line don't come inside, meaning that the voice not go connect. Please give us a call again because 2 call long come inside and it just don't switch off. I'm so sorry about that, Pakol. Yes, call outside the call from.
I'm calling from the United States, sir. Babatunde Tijan.
Thank you, sir. You get 1 minute. Go ahead, sir.
My question is to Mr. Fitzgerald. Of course, the conversation or the interview went well, but my question is this. The case of Sierra Kamara was a state case like for misuse of public funds, which means when he went to court, it should be Sierra Kamara versus the state. We have a purported head of state, Mother Biu. Does he not have the right to ask the judge if this verdict is being delayed to be public? Does the Mother Biu does not have a right to ask for that result to be published or make it known to the government and the public? Because I heard you saying they're putting blames where blame should not be. He's the purported head of state. The case was a state case. They should ask the judge to get the verdict known to people. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you very much. Will you take another voice? Yes, call outside the call from.
Yes, Mr. Komon-Tok, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. I call from Belgium.
All right, you get a platform. Go ahead. You get 1 minute.
Thank you very much. I'm glad for ask a question to JFK, because the last time we meet up in Germany, Frankfurt, I be asked him a question concerning corruption. And today we will talk about the Constitution. You know, think say one of the reasons why corruption so rampant in our country, now where they know they involve the public opinion, we also they play a very, very important role in amending the Constitution. There is no public opinion, then just they do whatever thing where they want to do. And if they say you want to amend the Constitution, you get to listen to the public. The public opinion is very, very important, but there is nothing like that. And whenever they amend the Constitution, they amend them in their own favor. And we are in the people and nobody will work with that Constitution because they're not in their own favor, you don't get any total that benefits them.
All right.
So
Thank you very much for that.
The Constitution, let them check on the public opinion. Very, very important.
One minute. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We'll take another voice. Yes, call outside the conference.
Hey, Komon-Tok. They call from the United States.
All right.
You
get 1 minute. Yeah, go ahead.
Now what's it Aneskuma do Jibilan and Nigasiba? This man, 80% of his contribution. Now Aneskuma. We're not going to move past Aneskuma now. And therefore, look what's in the head of we. 80%, this man on exile. Look who say day. Nobody know go one day who say day. But 80% of the time what this man called, now Aneskuma, but they are Jibila. So you now, don't move past Aneskuma now. Don't look what's in there before we are. All right. That I know more.
All right. Will you take another voice? Yes, call outside the call from.
Mr. Komon-Tok, Pakol against from the home of the Cowboys. I salute you.
Yeah, Pakol. Thank you. Your 1 minute. Go ahead, please.
You're most welcome. Mr. Fitzgerald Kamara. You know, I strongly believe, say, order from above. Don't dwell salon. And when it comes to the Constitution, it takes integrity and compassion for the people for who get it right. Mr. Fitzgerald, I with all due respect, sir, I believe, say, the explanation of electoral justice, there's more to it, sir. I strongly believe that millions of Salonians like me support electoral justice, where the core of electoral justice will not get for look at and go we play the watch by the eye. Don't get for ND. The core of electoral justice, now the implementation of the 84, the full implementation of the 84 recommendations. Mr. Fitzgerald, the question to you, who told you the place and citizen lawyer follow the implementing recommendation to the fullest? Let God bless you, let God give them salon. Stay blessed.
Thank you very much. We'll take another voice. Yes, call outside the call from.
Hello?
Yeah, outside the call from.
Yeah, this is Abdul, the call from the US.
Yeah, Abdul, you get the platform. Thank you. You get 1 minute. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, Abdul, so JFK, Abdul Kagbo being raised a very important point after that deliberation parliament concerning the constitution. He said SLPP and APC and go sign the tripartite. Then with the signing of the tripartite, then people will come out again, then go amend waiting then sign with una. What's not the guarantee say? If una agree on some of the changes them, now this constitution, then people are not going to go back and go make changes. And he call. Then call for a conference, let people and give their opinion about the PR system. Majority, say almost all of the people that we represent, apart from Upper Wamba Grace, they all agree, say, we want to go back to the first past the post. And the people in the talk as if we still need the PR system.
All right. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Will you take another voice? Yes, call outside the call from.
I'm in my brother from the call from.
All right, you get the platform. You get 1 minute.
Yeah. Thank you so much, and I just want to tell Honorable Guest, thank you very much for all the things that we are on. And when you talk at the charity, I just want to commend them for what you don't do, what you don't say, and really pray that says, if the Almighty Allah help them, so that he will be the next leader of this nation. Let me see what he will do. But based on what you just did today, a starting program, they really see the charity. We just want to tell attention, tell them I said thank you for giving this opportunity to be all. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Will you take another voice? Yes, call outside the call from.
I will talk from you.
Okay, you got a platform.
I get quick couple questions for Mr. JFK. One, in the aspect of land tenure. If he not castigate the Ministry of Land and when case go now court, waiting go look at would I get for can seek redress to what the cases the way they go to court? Would I then go call for expert opinion? That's now one question. So would I the court go at the call for say can give an expert opinion about this case where you don't castigate the ministry so bad? Secondly, I want to know the cyber law. If basically people in the Gomul, Nasalon, then the Gomul against SLPP in government against cyber law. But some people in the use for silence somebody in freedom of speech. What thing go do concerning that? We go take power for against the situation there. And secondly, if you get power as a man of God, you don't fit to say it will be influenced by clergyman there. So, and you don't talk anything about the tripartite. I want to know something about that. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you very much. Will you take another voice? Yes, call outside the call from.
Thank you so much. My name is Lance. I call from Australia.
Yeah, Chief Lance, thank you for joining us. You get the platform.
Just a quick one. I just want to ask you guys one question. Now we see the same team we conduct the 2023 election. They're still there intact. I don't ask this thing a couple of times. So who's guarantee we would get or whose chance will I get when the same people they wait till 2023 election and they're still there with the ECSL, they're still there intact and nothing has been changed. So please, sir, if you can tell us, whose chance will I get? Because by the looks of it, with that team the way they so still, that black goat way will not see something, not on that will go steer more. So dear sir, answer my question for me. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, would they take 3 more calls? Then we allow maybe get at least we from yes, call outside the call from.
Hello, Mr. Komon-Tok. Call from North America. Is that it?
Yes, we get you loud and clear. You get 1 minute.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Komon-Tok. God bless the family. Yeah, this question from Mr. Ijesu. With all due respect, normally, as far from the president of that country, we don't really start with politicians. They normally can do 1 or 2 things, then go. People in life feel horrible. But you know, the blueprint when you get to go different from even you boss and Escoloma. When you show you that it as a president, the lawyer will feel the impact. We don't get any that we don't ever get before because we don't start with this politics. Maybe we need a good dictator. Maybe we need a revolutionary government. But we need to ask our JFK now. Within the blueprint, we do get, we should be irrespective to Western influence, irrespective to any adverse condition. You still get a blueprint, you get the time cabinet, you get everything like long.
Thank you very much, my brother. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Yes, call outside your call from.
Hello, Mr. Komon-Tok. I call from Kabbalah Court.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I call from Kabbalah. Assalamu alaikum, my brother. Happy New Year, and thank you for your guest. And to you, my guest, my brother. Maybe the question what I get me for all this talk, this constitutional review. What I don't hear me, what I don't understand. I don't see anybody to push for mechanism and accountability mechanism, meaning the people. Where will be hold accountable? For example, what you may go call for, what you may go while you fight for, then we have parliament face the people every 2.5 years. With Dandy, we will hold parliament accountable. Hence, we will hold the president accountable. Right now, the way the system there is no accountability. Now, every 5 years with the tuna. That's too long. If every 2.5 years we'll be able to hold the system accountable, it will give the people power.
All right.
And I think we need.
Thank
and I agree. Yeah. Last one, Mr. Komon-Tok. I agree with you. Let's abolish the Ministry of Land. Let's take it back to localities.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right. So they take another 2 more calls and then we'll wrap up. Yeah. Call outside your call from.
Emmanuel Marshall, Komon-Tok.
Yeah, Emmanuel, you get the platform. You get
yeah, Yeah, Komon-Tok. Mr. JFK, this not to you. Sierra Leone politician more over the one day we go to the diaspora.
After this.
We dey come to the diaspora, we go school just for go join politics na salon for different country. What do you think about it? Because I will name over 10 people who are known and matter in government right now. We're all studying the diaspora and they are now in government. And these people, the level of corruption they're getting involved in, and they are not being investigated. So what you would do if you become president na salon about these people waiting dinner with man country, they wait for them time or for them party in time for make them go rob the country. Economics the country need to grow. Just they go down.
Thank you.
Since independent, just they go down. Country need to grow. Thank you, brother. Komon-Tok.
Thank you, Marshall. All right. Okay. This could be a bonus call. Yes, call outside the call from.
Yeah, the call from Virginia. Thank you, Mr. Komon-Tok. May God bless you. May God bless your family. I hope say okay. Joseph Fitzgerald, I have a question for you. Welcome for Komon-Tok family. You're welcome at all time. They ask, they're not left with, so go to come at the forum, go to come now with platform, and let go to see and go to interact before you be president. But my question I get for you this: we don't see the aspirants away come out, so everybody qualify, all man qualify. But we can see with the community that in America, so when we get primary in America, so certain people who qualify, so I don't get chance for go to the convention for the flag bearer. Who's can we you don't try for United for let them march before we let simple people who go fuel for go for the flag bearer. Because if Boku, all will get different message and other different things will happen. Wait tomorrow go we go come for campaign, that will be problem. You see what will happen also to America, so Joe Biden. All my find out say it could be tough, then slope down and support and make sure that they want message for pass for the election. This is not crucial election. This wait you don't be for unify the other aspirant that for can join you or for make sure say they join the person. Then secondly, if you unfortunately you know go succeed, are you going for to support the post where the flag bearer will be where APC will pick as flag bearer for support them or will pull this country also to this bondage?
All right. Thank you very much. All right. Okay. This will be last. I'm so sorry, Fambule. This time it will be the last call for tonight. Apologies for that in advance because time don't be too bad one and the get back for answer those questions. Yes, you be the last call. How's I call from?
Thank you very much, sir. Komon-Tok. Ahmed from the UK.
Yeah, Ahmed, you get 1 minute. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Komon-Tok. Thanks to me, bro, Joseph. Good for Siam. They make it continue for calm. We appreciate for making calm and the platform. My question is looking at all of what you explained to me and the scenario and look at the basis behind this election way then the heading for 2028, which don't I not believe there's going to be any election in 2028. Looking at the APC party itself, the divide, and majority of the grassroots, including me, Naya, we not belong to none of this party, still stand strongly behind the 2023 election and electoral justice for the press democracy. Because what did happen is wrong, and some of we say go die, we not go ever accept what happened for say for continue for go ahead for 2028 election.
Yeah,
on a bad precedent that. So what you get for tell we?
Okay, thank you very much.
What's that?
Yeah. Okay, so Pambula, we apologize. I wish you forget more time, but unfortunately, guys, so sorry. All right, so over to you. Any people across the world, and of course, we go for takes few text them, but not left for us to text them. Let you address this. Over to you.
Yeah, thank you very much, and I'll tell you all plenty. Thank you. We take on our time for call and spending our resources for contribute to this conversation. The questions that Boku and the comments are very enriched. I will just place them in an order way as I see them. I see a couple of them touch and concern electoral justice. And electoral justice are seen very sentimental because the vote of everybody matters. And so we will continue to talk about that. It is not a closed door conversation. And now I reiterate and I talk back. Say electoral justice, no matter how affected we are, we have a duty that as a people, we have to come together and push for correct what may be wrong. And how will they correct what will be wrong? We have opportunities within the law. As a lawyer, some of us believe in the justice system, that you can talk of electoral justice now. One of the ways for go into electoral justice now, forget adjudicative process, for go to court. Now we say when we come for electoral justice now that we don't agree for go court. Now we choose to go to the tripartite. So we talk about the tripartite. The tripartite camp is set up the mechanism. Now we say member go sign national unity government. Nobody knows who's we. We don't do all that one day. It is about time we sit down and review the electoral processes and participate for a change. Because if we not participate for a change, the system will continue. So I can always wonder, how will one day electoral justice take effect if no one participates for change? Dr. Samura pushed for the tripartite because he wanted a change. Part of the change is unfolded. Nina, one of the members of the tripartite reconstituted committee, will in fact foresee how we will able to get all the implementation concretized. But it needs engagement, constructive engagement. If we don't engage, it is to the detriment of the party and to the detriment of our people. The other issue is about corruption. Corruption everywhere. Corruption is prevalent in Sierra Leone. It not belong to any particular government. And they talk back again saying, when you reach the issue of fighting corruption, political will has to come from the top. And if the political will not solid, we're not going to make any gain. And I get a pedigree in the fight against corruption, meaning I don't be inside that fight. It is a constituency of mine. And I'm not waiting for do, how for do, when for do, and waiting to push to accomplish the result. And the time become for that. We get the issue of talking about orders from above in the judiciary. And then they say no day. But there are processes. For example, if you delay in Dr. Samurai case, if the judge not deliver judgment, the Chief Justice, they review in docket of cases regularly. It is for the Chief Justice to ask why this case not concluded up to now. And ask and get answers. Let us be careful how we invite the president for coming. Because today you go one leg coming in favor of Samura. But when he begin coming, he go coming for any other thing else. I strongly believe that as a president, you should stay away from the functions of the judiciary. Don't interfere. There are processes within that system that should take care of the questions and queries that we have. Leno Kaisai. And he said, President, you're big. Wait, Kaisai put you inside the calabash. All man they know say I don't Kaisai the calabash. Anybody don't get a chance to do anything else. So let's stay in the State House. Let's stay as part of the executive and get little or nothing to do with the judiciary.
All right. People said that they get you voice low. I don't know if your computer. I see a lot of comments that they say voice low, voice low, voice low.
All right. Well, I raise the voice. Is it better?
Yeah. Well, when I confirm in the comment section, now they raise the concern, say, when I need to get loud.
I hope it's getting better now.
Yeah, continue.
Yes. So I talk about orders from above. That my philosophy is that it is better for the president not to interfere with the judicial process. No matter what is the good intention, let it stay away from the judicial process because of the opportunity to abuse it. Because any query and concern we get within the judicial process, provision they could deal with that. As for example, in the Dr. Samaran case, if a judge not deliver judgment, there is a supervisory jurisdiction, meaning somebody already above them, wait for query and review the file. The Chief Justice said get that opportunity. So let me use those opportunities. Let us use those channels. Don't invite the president to begin inside the judiciary. Because if begin coming interfere, then a problem for we all. Then we get this issue about the land tenure system. It don't continue for above we all. I criticize it that from time I don't criticize them, and there are things you can do. I talk about now, let us register title and not register the instrument. Because when you register title, you know the property belongs to this man. Now only this man can pass up. We can do that because we've been set up the task force for that, and I'm not sure say they don't conclude, but I'm aware that things have been done in that direction. There was a call I will talk about what is my blueprint. May I go say now red print me get? Because this is what leaders should be. Expose yourself to public scrutiny. When people expose themselves to public scrutiny, you don't know what you put on the table. My blueprint is look at what I've done. Look at the work that I've done. Look at the service that I've provided. You can know and tell what I will do when I shall become president. And I don't talk with people. I don't get interviewed about that. And it's all out and clear. The Electoral Commission, there was a question on it. And there are the same people there. Agreed. They don't change the Electoral Commission yet. We just get an acting. We have to look into that. But even this electoral justice talk is all about that process as well. Now, in part of this constitutional amendment, we will talk about how you choose a commissioner, his qualifications. As such committee are concerned there is, it is not for the president to choose the such committee. No, it is on. Because if you get an elect, you only ring, you only man. Or it's like you do count, you only hope. So we are criticizing that as well. But the same electoral justice cycle will address that issue. And we'll get for the Public Elections Act. We get to define clearly what are the specific roles of the Electoral Commission. Now they call it National Electoral Commission. Next. Then I see also questions about the interference and public misuse of funds. Misuse of funds have always been there. The discipline, the punitive measures always matters. We go court, will the government get justice? Will the victim get justice? And it's all about the law. And we come to the law, need to emphasize that the one will interpret the law, the one will not the judge. Then we want to watch, and then we want to be careful. So we need to work on the integrity of the bench. We need to work when they see things happening now. Then we encourage the young people. Let us encourage the judiciary from a corner of fear or favor, and therefore address matters pure law that will satisfy the public. We are not yet there as a nation, but we can aspire to get there. And there was also this issue, the question about cyber law. And I mentioned it. I said the cyber law, on the face of it, you would believe say it was designed to protect us, the citizens. I said, but there is a bigger thing we need to do. It is still away from our privacy. It exposes we as a people to the government, and that the government can use that against us. So let us be very careful about that. Then somebody asks, what am I going to do about it? A revision of that law will not be far-fetched. We will look into the revising that law, making the necessary amendments to secure the rights and privacy of the individual. And I believe also there was a question about what is the expert opinion on many of issues of law. I can only say that when it comes to a position of opinion, you are the expert, you provide yours. As against what any other person say. But when it comes to land tenure business, the same problem with the surveyor they create, that the same problem you likely get in the court. Because they ask you, who they will call as an expert. If you don't poison the opinion, we come before you by way of a report, then they go call you back as an expert. That is the same poison it become into the justice system. It doesn't change. So we need to recalibrate how we define within the law and how we work with the land tenure system. There was something we were working on under the APC government that has been shelved by the SLPP government. We will start that again. How to renew and revoke and amend the land tenure system inside it. Some form of amendments have been made, but it is not holistic enough. We will continue that drive. So I think I don't have time for answer that. But there was another interesting one. We talk about parliamentary life, 2.5 years. Very good. For me now, I haven't had that. At the beginning, it makes a lot of sense. Talking about accountability. Maybe we can say 5 years, if you don't answer 5 years, you can do anything people do. For 5 years and they pay you, you don't owe anybody obligation. But if you don't say that just 2 years, then get for pull after 2 years, you get to be careful. It's not too long enough. For you don't enrich yourself, or you overcommit yourself. So it's something worth looking at. So thank you for drawing my attention to that. Yes. And then we get also the question of the diaspora. That's where you come. They invite you into governance. The UCF can become corrupted. Well, for me, I don't think it is because you promote diaspora. Being corrupt, it is inside possible. Now you the mortal man. Whether you promote diaspora, this salon, this, that, if you are corrupt, you're just corrupt. We get a lot of people who promote diaspora who are not corrupt, who are better off, and they're serving. So if there's anyone who is corrupt, not so because you promote diaspora, it must be seen as corrupt, you corrupt innately. So it is not fair for us to label every diasporan, say where they view upon the way they can corrupt the system. No, it is not. For me, I believe in the diaspora, we have huge resource, knowledge, expertise for can help and develop the country. So they look forward for setting up an independent diaspora commission for invite the diaspora expertise and resources for coming and see how we develop. We don't necessarily need for the inside government. We have to encourage them for build and come into investment. All that is opening. Even in terms of governance, it should be open to them. And I will talk this constitutional amendment, whether they talk about, even in terms of members of parliament, it gets limitations for diasporas. I've always been calling that the law should be changed so that diaspora should have opportunities to serve in cabinet positions, which is what they have done, serve as members of parliament. If even it is to go to the head of state, we're subject to certain changes, like payment of taxes, if you can show it, residential presence, if you can prove that. But definitely, there should be opportunities for members of the diaspora to come in and show their prowess and expertise in what they can do. And there was this question about, what have I done to unite the party? What can we do or make a merger? Part of me is uniting the system. I'm a unifying factor. I get very working relationship, good working relationship with most of my colleagues flag bearers. Then they come visit me with their team visits. We talk on the phone regularly. In fact, not too long ago, me and Jeremy, they talk about few matters that Cheriko, they talk about some matters concerning, we meet it. We do meet regularly when they talk. And as the time they get closer, with the hopes that we will get to resolutions, we will go to reach an understanding between we said, and then we will push forward and give you support. Because the question I was also asking, what if you don't get? This is not about me, JFK. It's about the party and it's about the people. If the people believe that we have somebody better, so be it. All we want, but let me replace SLPP with the APC in governance. Then we all know so we'll put your ideas. The world will know so we'll turn around. But I believe that at the helm, if you have JFK, then you've got the right person to lead the station. And I think these are the questions I will.
Okay, all right. Thank you for that marathon. That's what they do now. And it's family be a time not again for open call. And they see maybe other time. Let just do justice to with Texas there. Otherwise tomorrow then go come back with me. This one come out from Umu. Our Bible say joy is coming in person of JFK, and together we will make it happen and celebrate, inshallah. This one they come up from Alusain. where they say we need a robust foreign security group to protect the people during the 2028 elections. This one they come up from Mary J. So I absolutely agree with you, caller. Let's move past it. Stop the blame game. And this one they come from Salon Women, where they say Mada Bio is a predator. He doesn't know how to compete fairly. He would continue to haunt his opponent to drive them away. This one they come up from Fode, where they say, Mr. Fitzgerald, we are the Minister of Justice during EPK government. Why did you fail to pass the Justice Kawan Constitution? And this one they come up from Julius Conte, where they say the present CPC executives are not good for purpose. We don't want them to own any executive. And again, never. This one they come up from CC Cole, where say Mr. Jeff Kamara, regarding electoral justice, you have not done enough, sir. You can still put more energy into the fight for electoral justice and make a difference. Naturally, our conscience will reward us. And this one they come up from Abraham Kroma. I have it record. He said he was a state prosecutor in America. He is not fit for office. This one they come out from Mohammed Sisse, where they say they APC encourage Madabio to mess up with them. If I don't or drink at all, you just want to use your so-called power to intimidate me. So someone accept a lot of nonsense from Mother and not standing up against his political intimidation. All right, now this one they say Alex Kamara says sweet sleep starts from Northern JFK is the best man to Sierra Leone to a better, best leadership is ripe, mature, and ready to reset Sierra Leone to get to heights. Jay, they say the difference between the SLPP and the APC is that the SLPP leadership, no matter they are infighting, they are still put their differences at the either side, right? So differences aside when it comes to their agenda, while the APC leadership are busy fighting each other. And Abdul Tarali they say now what JFK talks so we small the respect soldier in the small respect so soldier begets so high. In fact, anytime where we hear soldier man fet, then they win. But now the bubble them go drag them up and type and tick. And all right, we're going to take demo and then we are done. And Kate they say, but they already taken you guys for granted before and even now APC 2 week. And and this one they come up from Jerry the Sims. I hope JFK has a quality internet connection. We want uninterrupted program. Yeah, yeah. Gracefully that side, yeah. Jerry, that side of don't pass. Of course, I've seen that the common nice and we all can get, sometimes they struggle with people who they get guests from Sierra Leone. But anyway, thank you for that. Is my dear friend Kelvin Sisse, as always, much respect to you. You're well recognized. And so Fambule well, Naya with the tough for us. The comments say we're not going to read all. We apologize in case we not take you, not to say you're not value, not important. All of our calls and of course not comment value, but sometimes we have just timing. Anyway, I pass the mic to you as time don't between bad one. Over to you.
Well, thank you, and I continue to thank all the texters. And one question I just got this quickly that the fact which will be the Justice Kawani recommendations from the Constitutional Review. Yes, we analyze them, we spend time a lot, go through all the issues, then we produce a white paper. But by the time we produce a white paper, we were up to elections. We had to move on with the elections, and the elections were a priority. So normally we get to the stage where we bank on a parliament, but we get a white paper, and they will be left out for the next government to go for take up from there. What this government can then say then the white paper, then start the white paper. That was where the delays. And I don't think it was wrong for us to prioritize elections over the Justice Kamara recommendations. But the recommendations are still there. These governments have get their own recommendations. It is up to us as a people. Let the government give us the option, give the people the option to choose what they want, what type of changes they want. And I want to take the opportunity to thank you all. And thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity given to me to talk to such a wide forum and the chance to let people know which I stand for as a politician and who I am, and also the opportunity there where they don't get to scrutinize the type of leadership that I'll offer. And I think this is what we need as a country. The way we talk, no way it costs himself. If I can't not to follow, it can cost me. If I can't follow, talk to me with respect. Listen, talk to you with respect. Because we all come from different background. Because this salon is small. Now, one you let me learn from one community. Let us learn to be together. Because there's so much love for everybody here. May God bless you, and I say so much thanks to you. And I'm glad for the good work you do. Let you continue for the work. Anytime call me at the chance, I will let for come and continue the conversation.
Right, thank you very much. So Fambule, now you tap the program. Of course, the issues in Baku, we're not able to show only in one program. And so hopefully some other day we will look out again for get you on the platform. So Fambu, if you just join me, well, I want to let you repeat back, you don't miss a lot of in there. Anyway, I know say plenty we watch in the morning now, all that time. It's a pleasure for get you on the platform. We serve tell you for come, tell you thank you for come. And of course, as always, the people welcome you on this platform. And we always look way for engage you now. Just like we say, it's fine for we they engage, we understand we serve, we know. Because at the end of the day, there's all, you know, everybody who want to be president gets one message, they say one better the country. They're all, if you summarize all, now one side they reach. But anyway, thank you very much. So Fambul, now we tap the program. We did with Joseph Fitzgerald Kamara, where they aspire, the aspirant for lead APC for go 2028 election. Until then, me now, Mr. Komon-Tok, bye-bye. You get anything we want to add, any last word?
No, just thank you.
All right, very well. And I hope say we'll get for launch Komon-Tok platform now UK and London, you will come.
Invite me. We'll get an invite.
All right, thank you. Until then, bye-bye. Tomorrow we'll be back. Until then.
Where the moment becomes magic.
An unforgettable convergence. Celebrate the official launch of our book and platform in an atmosphere.